Alright, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well today and that you're blessed, and I know that you are. We are all blessed. You know, lately I've been noticing people that are doing and saying some things that are just coming out of left field. Has anybody else been noticing that? If you have, let me know in the comments. Or maybe you're one of those people and you've caught your own self doing something out of left field that you would have never imagined you would do. Has that happened to anybody? There's something going on astrologically that's moving things around. And I think for some of us, it might not be so comfortable. Some of us might be going through some hard times right now. Alright, this was kind of impromptu, but if you catch this on the replay and you're one of the members who have joined the channel, I am going to be doing members only content, and I'm going to start that this week. So I will set up a video for members only, and right now I think there's only like 2 of you, but if you want to get in on that video, you can join the channel, and there's more information about doing that in the channel. Just go on the channel, click on my channel name, it'll take you to my channel page, and then it'll give you the option to join the channel. It may give it to you on here, I'm not sure. I think it does. But when you join my channel, you get perks of having joined it. I think the basic package is $2.99. And the like top supporters is $5.99 a month. $2.99 or $5.99 a month. Now, if you choose the $5.99 a month package, you get a free private session, just you and me, chatting and doing a reading. And I think you have to have the membership for like maybe 3 months before we do that. And then you can cancel if you'd like. Hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. Please don't pretend to send gifts. And let me tell you why, okay? I lost my job on Monday. Right before Christmas. Right before my birthday, which is Sunday. No, my job is this coming Monday. I got fired, and I don't know why you would be pretending to give money, but it's okay. I'm just explaining to you why you used all your jewels. It's okay, baby. You're fine. I'm just explaining to not just you, but anybody who joins me and watches my channel regularly. You know, I fell off the ladder and got hurt. Thank you, sweetheart. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. That was kind of you. But yeah, I fell off a ladder 12 feet. I bruised all my ribs. I put my arm up to keep from hitting my head, and I got my arm right here. Very, very banged up. Right now, it's hurting so bad to sit in this chair that I don't know how long I'm going to be able to continue this video. But I am going to do a general reading, and I did get a song. And I haven't been able to do it because I've been dealing with trying to find another job. Because right now, I'm in a position, because I'm a widow, to lose everything I own real quick. Because I don't have anything to fall back on. I spent all my savings fixing my heat and air so I'd have heat this winter. Um, but they let me go because I was sick. So they let me go illegally, and they're aware that I'm aware of that. And the lady who let me go thought I baited her. I'm gonna be honest with you. I baited her on purpose. I told her because I had been told that that I had bone marrow cancer, and they tested me. They did biopsies, and they did a bone marrow biopsy, and all of my blood work shows that I have bone marrow cancer. But my biopsies were benign. So the oncologist told me that he thinks it's bone marrow cancer it's autoimmune disease mimicking bone marrow cancer. So I'm still sick and I'm still under a doctor's care, but I didn't tell her that part. I just told her I didn't have cancer. And as soon as I told her that, within 2 weeks she fired me. But she didn't realize she was jumping the gun because I'm still under a doctor's care, which means I'm still protected by the Americans with Disabilities Act. And so I sent my company an email and I explained to them that the write-up that she gave me, everything on it was bullshit. And that my supervisor told me last week that I was doing a great job. I had screenshots of her telling me how proud she was of me. And I sent them some doctor's notes I had been holding back until after I saw what this lady was going to do. And she did what I suspected, so I sent the paperwork in, and what it was is follow-up appointments that I have in January because they still don't know what's wrong with me. And so I'm still protected under the ADA, which means they're in a lot of trouble legally right now because of firing me. And I told them that I don't have any intentions of pursuing anything legal. But what I do want is I want her stopped from ever doing this to anybody else again. And I feel that God allowed this to happen to me because God knew I could handle it. God knows that he or she or whatever you want to call it, it is going to take care of me. And I'm going to be okay. They're going to cut my lights off on the 29th if I don't pay my light bill. And I didn't even realize it. My house payment's behind, my car payment's behind. I just bought a set of tires thinking I was having a job that I have to drive, and I had a nail in my front tire. And the rest of them were getting pretty bare. And, I just say all this to say that some of us might be going through some hard times. And I see people doing some things that just don't make sense to me. And I'm trying to make sense of them, and I can't. I just can't make sense of some of the things that I'm seeing. People are out of their freaking minds. To fire somebody at Christmas because they're sick. And I told them in the letter, I said, she told me she was giving me a support plan. And the better way to handle that would have been reasonable accommodations. See, I'm not the one. And God knew I'm not the one. Because I know my rights. And I advocate for other people's rights. And I reminded them that they're a mental health organization who advocate for rights of people with disabilities. And to kick somebody when they're down is evil. It's hateful. And it needs to stop. And so I'm going to watch. I still have friends who work there who keep me informed. And I'm going to watch to see what they do about her. And if they don't do something about her, I will do something about them. And that's just where I'm at with it. Alright, so, as I was saying, I'm going to be doing members only content because I have a couple of members now. And I'll be putting up the notification for that probably today. And if you want to join me, feel free to join the channel. $2.99 a month for a basic package, and that'll give you extra content every week. It's okay, baby. I'm going to be all right. Thank you, though. And if you're a top supporter, which is $5.99 a month, then you get the extra content each week, plus a free one-on-one session with me, unlimited questions, private reading after 3 months of membership. Okay, so this reading came through a few days ago, but as I was saying, I've been busy trying to wrap my head around what they've done to me, because I have been put in a position to lose everything I own real quick. And only God can pull me out of this. Only God can do it. But God will. Watch. Just keep watching. Keep tuning in and keep watching. Because you're going to see God has always treated me like a princess, even when I didn't deserve it. Especially when I didn't deserve it. Because that's what grace is. That's what it means. Grace is undeserved, unmerited favor. And I've always had God's grace on my life. And I know that I've been put through this because God knew I could handle it. Not just the stress of not having any money right at Christmas, because that's not what Christmas is about. But also, I'm intelligent enough to fight this pure evil. And I'm going to. Whatever I have to do. Either they're going to do something about her, and if they don't, that means that they are using and encouraging her to get rid of people when they're sick. And if that's the case, because I was doing my job and I am very good at what I do. I have a second interview today for another job already. So more than likely I already have another job, is what I'm saying to you. I interviewed yesterday, and when the interview was over, she said that she and the director had already talked about me and they wanted to hire me. So they want to have another interview with me today to make a decision. So we'll see what happens. Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good job. It's a clinical supervising job, and I will be supervising individuals with intellectual disabilities around in the community. And I've done that before, and I enjoyed it. And it's also a hybrid job, so I'll be able to work from home quite a bit as well. All right, so let's get started on today's reading. Spirit, help me, Spirit. I need you to take over and take control. Take anything you need to use and use it. Doesn't matter what it is. And any gifts that you may have given me, I surrender them to you for your glory. Show us what you need us to see today for our highest and greatest good. Alright, so the song that came through was Daylight by Shinedown. So let me real quickly, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe first of all. But if you're new here, Spirit gives me songs, and the songs shape the reading. So I'm going to tell you the song that came through. Daylight by Shinedown. And read you the lyrics real quick, okay? It won't take but a second, and then it'll shape the reading that I'm about to do. So hang out, stick it out with me. And then I'm going to pull some cards. I was diagnosed with a fear of getting too close. Had to tell the ones I love I was on the ropes. I'm not the only one whose life's been pulled apart. spending 1 year and 3 months in the dark. So here we are, all dressed to kill. Where should we go? Into the wild again to face the great unknown and have the midnight conversations you and I postponed? You saved my life not once but twice. You keep me free from falling. You saved my life, make it all right. When I don't feel like talking, you make sure I always see the daylight. Oh, it's amazing what the hard times can reveal. Like who shows up, who walks away, and who's for real. So take me on, I'll take the wheel, and we can both outrun the past. We will always live forever if we don't look back. Oh, you saved my life, not once but twice. You keep me from falling. You save my life, make it all right. When I don't feel like talking, you make sure I always see the daylight. Faith that you're not alone. Have faith that you're not on your own. Have faith that you're not alone. Have faith that you're not on your own. It's amazing what the hard times can reveal. Have faith that you're not alone. Like who shows up, who walks away, and who's for real. Have faith that you're not on your own. It's amazing what the hard times can reveal. Have faith that you're not alone. Like who shows up, who walks away, and who's for real. Have faith that you're not on your own. Who shows up, who walks away, and who's for real. Have faith that you're not alone. You saved my life not once but twice. You keep me from falling. You saved my life, make it all right. When I didn't feel like talking, you make sure I always see the daylight. So this person understands hard times, the kind of hard times that I was just explaining to you. They understand the kind of hard times that make you not feel like talking. And I have not felt like talking. The talking is over. It's time for the rubber to hit the road. It's time to see who shows up, who walks away, and who's for real. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I feel alone. More alone than I've ever felt in my life. And I'm tired of people talking. Spirit, how are you working in this collective? Loyalty and gratitude. With compassion. And if you've been watching the channel for any length of time at all, compassion has been coming out in reverse for us. And there's our faith. Have faith that you're not alone. Sometimes it's hard as hell to have faith that you're not alone. And then what we have coming is joy. It's hard to feel that right now, but Spirit says it, so I believe it. Alright, Spirit, what do you want to do next? Let's find out how this happened. Show me how this happened, Spirit. These are called Twin Flame Journey Shadows. They're shadow cards. So it doesn't have to be twin flame, but you might be a twin flame. A lot of us are on this channel, and that's okay. Doesn't mean you have to be with that person. You can choose not to be with them. I want to check the energy real quick. I don't think it's going to be negative, but sometimes I can be wrong. But if you've been watching for any length of time, you know that I've been telling you for a while now that this lady was going to have my job. She was determined to have me fired. And she did. She showed up. Nobody else, none of my supervisors showed up for the day she wrote me up or for the day that they fired me. And the HR lady, when she looked, I was wrong. The HR lady, when she let me go, was fumbling over her words. She couldn't believe what she was having to do. And when I emailed her back, she told me that they will be paying me the 2.5 months and the 90 hours of PTO that they owe me. They owe me mileage for 2.5 months, which is a couple grand, plus it's about 2 weeks of pay, plus they owe me 1 week for this month. So I'll get almost a full check and a half or something like that at the end of the month. But after that, I don't know where I'm going to get my next meal. And all of that's going to be gone because my bank account's negative right now, about $300. Somebody watching is negative. Somebody watching is feeling some powerful negativity. Alright, Spirit, let's deal with this. Put a hedge of protection around me and this collective and our loved ones to keep us from falling. Save our lives not once but twice. And give us the faith to know that we're not alone. And show us who's real and who walks away and who stays. I'm going to tell you what, that sage is so strong. It'll put that palo out every time. I don't know who you are that's going through that much negativity. It might be me. I'm telling you, this is an evil woman I'm dealing with. In my 52 years of living, have never seen anybody do anything as cruel as she did to me. Because she did it knowing how sick I've been. And then put unreasonable expectations on me as... It was like a 5. She called it a support plan and kept saying, it's just to support you. HR's never going to see it. And 5 minutes after I signed it, she told my supervisor to upload it to HR. Show me how this happened. She must be one miserable bitch, isn't she? I'm so sorry for her. Show me how this happened. Somebody was disconnected, but not judgmental. So you were disconnected. You had been cut off, but you weren't judgmental. Alright, what was being hidden? That somebody's not irresponsible and they're not haunted. Alright? And what's being shown? That they're power hungry. Power hungry. And what's going to happen next? Somebody's going to be uncomfortable and dependent. And they're no longer going to act childish anymore. So somebody disconnected somebody and said they weren't being judgmental. I think they were lying. I think they're a liar, personally. They're saying that they're not irresponsible and they're not haunted. So they're not taking responsibility for what they did. They power hungry. And next they're going to be uncomfortable, independent, and no longer act childish. And Spirit says they're also going to be guarding themselves. Alright, show me what else happened here. Somebody wouldn't listen. Why wouldn't they listen? Because your boundaries are trash. Block those bad vibes. Just walk away and keep shit clean. So they wouldn't listen to you because you didn't have good boundaries, and you just walked away and said, I'm going to keep this clean. I don't want this to have to get ugly or dirty. I don't fight dirty. Somebody had bad boundaries and they just walked away and said they were going to keep shit clean. Alright, what were they hiding? That it wasn't quite time for shit to get real. And what were they showing? That we can't be all things. They just couldn't live up to their expectations. And what happens next? Woo, that flew out with force. Fill in the blank came out in reverse. That goes over here. Open your mouth, talk, use big words, and go solo. So, something that's happened, fill in the blank. Now you're going to open your mouth and talk, and you're going to end up going solo. It isn't personal. Shit's not always about you, and you're not asking yourself, do you really love them? Because you already know the answer. You're leaving them because no, you don't love them. It isn't personal. This wasn't personal. This was just business or whatever. It wasn't personal. If you're resonating with this, please like the video, or if you're just enjoying it, please make sure you like it. That's important to my channel. And also subscribe, share the content if you will. Thank you so much for joining me, for commenting on the video. You guys are amazing. Alright, Spirit, talk to me and tell me how this happened. Make your dreams real. The spider spirit. So you were trying to make your dreams real, number 56. What was being hidden? Or maybe you are trying to make your dreams real. You're turning knowledge into wisdom. Somebody is turning their knowledge. Somebody's learning a lesson here. Somebody's about to be taught a lesson. The wolf spirit, number 67. 56 and 67. Alright, and what's being shown? A lot came out. Spirit said don't take those. Okay. What's being shown? The crow spirit. You're going to co-create with spirit. You're going to set those healthy boundaries because you didn't have any before. And you're going to realize that slow and steady wins the race. Number 17, number 3, and number 62. So, you're going to co-create with spirit, have good boundaries, healthy boundaries, and turtle spirit. Armadillo, crow, and turtle. You are going to go slow and steady, but you're going to win the race. Alright, and what's going to happen next? Ooh, Spirit's giving us a lot. Oh my goodness, the dove spirit. Spirit says you're going to be at peace with this. Whatever you've been through that's been hard for you lately, you're going to be at peace. Somebody's put you through something lately. The peacock spirit, you're going to let it shine, baby. There's something about you. This person didn't like you because you do shine. You shine brighter than anyone they've ever met, and they don't know how to deal with you. Number 21, number 46. Look, we have the dog spirit. You're going to be loyal to what you love. Remember loyalty? That was the first card out. You're going to be loyal to what you love. Number 19. And a rebirth is assured. The bat spirit, number 5. You're going to have a rebirth. And look, oh my goodness, you're going to have the sandpiper spirit and be playful. Life's going to become fun again. And now is a lucky time, the rabbit spirit. You're going to have a lucky time, and it's going to multiply like rabbits. Do you know how fast rabbits multiply? You're going to have a lot of luck. You're going to have so much luck, you're going to be able to play and have fun again. Something you thought you would never do. You saved my life not once but twice. You always, when I don't feel like talking, you always make sure I see the daylight. And then on the bottom of the deck is Starfish Spirit. You're going to be open to infinite possibilities. So you're going to have some possibilities that you never dreamed of. You go. Good for you. Good for you. I've been waiting to get my teeth fixed for probably 10 years. And on the 16th of December, I was eligible to finally get my teeth fixed. And she snatched it all out from under me. All of it. How do you do that to somebody that did nothing wrong? And I feel that you have been through something similar, because you wouldn't have been drawn here if you hadn't. Or you may be about to go through something similar. I'm not wishing it on you by any means, but you're here for a reason. Or you might be putting somebody through this. You might be the one who needs to turn knowledge into wisdom and set healthy boundaries, because you don't have good boundaries. And you might treat people this way and discard them like they're just trash. I don't know what side of this that you fall on, but I hope it's not that one. But some of you might. Alright. What spiritual gifts are operating here? There's a rainbow in the clouds. So somehow 28 and 8 are significant. You're going to see a rainbow, or there's a promise. Spirit's promising you something. And there might be a message for you in the clouds. Somehow the clouds, keep your eyes to heaven. Keep looking to Spirit for your help, for your promise, okay? You were looking to the clouds, to Spirit, for your promise. I feel that's how this happened. That you thought wherever you were and whatever you were doing is where Spirit wanted you to be, so that you could have the promise that you had been made. Or someone may have made you a promise, and you saw a sign in the clouds. I'm not really sure how to take that, but that's how it happened, okay? All right, what's being hidden? You feel like you've lost your mind. You're going to travel, or somebody is. There's about to be a transformation, and it's in your money. Your money's upside down, but you're about to be transformed by some travel opportunity. There's going to be an opportunity to travel that's going to transform your money, and right now you feel a little crazy. Or you might be struggling with memory loss, dementia. You may have had a head injury. All right, what's being shown? Someone could have hit you in the head. That you're out of work. Right now you're out of work. You're not working. You're not able to work. Or something's going on with work that's got it upside down. What's going to happen next? You could be going through this at work right now, and it hasn't played out yet. There's an angel, a lot just came out for what's going to happen next. Spirit says, I'm opening a doorway for you. Your abundance is showing up. Divine timing is a factor here. Infinity is showing up. And wisdom is showing up. Turning that knowledge into wisdom. And then on the bottom of the deck is meditation. You're meditating. You're taking time to listen for answers from spirit, because you know that that's the only place you're going to get them. Spirit is going to save your life not once but twice. Let me just check my phone real quick because I saw that I had a notification. Okay, baby. Alright, that was my baby. I have a new friend. I've met a new friend, and he tells me everything's going to be fine because when he gets back from work where he's working right now, he's going to build us a house with a pool and a special room for my bird, and anything I want to do, we can travel and go anywhere I want to go. But I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I'm one of those people that you got to show me. You got to show me. He did tell me the other day, though, that if I needed my medication, to just let him know how much it was going to cost. So, you know, he has done some things that I've seen him, I've talked to him, I know he's real. He lives in South Carolina, in Greenville, South Carolina, where my husband and I got back together. Right across from the park, Falls Park, where my husband and I used to go. And I told him the other night, I said, my husband told me my husband died 3 years ago, and so did his wife. And my husband said he would haunt me if I ever found another man. And I laughed, and he said, I'm not joking. And I was showing him I have a teddy bear that has our wedding rings in the back pocket, and it says, I will always love you forever, Christie. Wayne, and then it has the ring attached. And I was showing him that, and he said, when I come there to see you in February, when I get back from this job, he said, I want to go to your husband's grave and make him a promise. And I said, well, he's in this box right here, so you can talk to him if you want to. But he's a very romantic, very sweet guy, and I hope he's legitimate. I hope he's not scamming. You know, he hasn't asked me for anything, and I don't see him asking me for anything, and I just don't. But he's telling me that he has a lot to share with me, and I have struggled my whole life to make ends meet. So I don't even really, that doesn't excite me, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what that would feel like. That would be uncomfortable for me to even have that, because I don't know anything but survival. I don't know what it feels like to thrive. And I've felt like ever since I started working in mental health, for some reason it just never works out, and I feel like a failure, but I'm not. I'm very fucking good at what I do. And I don't think it's that I'm a failure. I think it's that I am intimidating. I think I intimidate people because I'm not a failure. Alright, Spirit, what else do you want to say? There's not a lot to say. I'm saying there's not a lot to say. I got this. Okay, the whole tarot deck just fell in the floor. My sciatic nerve is pinched right now, and I can hardly walk or sit. And it happened when I fell off of that ladder, but I didn't feel it yet because everything was hurting so bad, and they were telling me they thought I had bone marrow cancer. So I was focused on that. But now that everything else has quit hurting, this sciatic nerve has somehow gotten pinched, and it feels like it's gonna kill me. Alright, show me how you're working in this collective. I'm going through something right now, but I'm a real person. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I got my shit together when I don't, because all of y'all might not have yours together either. If you do, I'm happy for you. Trust me, I am very happy for you. But if you don't, it's okay. I don't either. Alright, show me how you're working. Let's get these cards straight. Justice. I know that's right. Show me happy birthday to my Sagittarians. And I'm a Sagittarian, and so is the guy that I just met. He just had his birthday on December 2nd. Alright, show me how you're working in this collective. When my mom called me on Sunday, or not Sunday, on Monday, and said, what do you want to do for your birthday? I told her nothing. I said, I don't want to do anything for my birthday or Christmas. I just want to be left alone. Like that song was saying. The Emperor came out in reverse, y'all. That is the side of us that, when he's in reverse, he is a complete asshole. Like, this is the one who can create things, make things happen. He is the boss. He runs the empire. And he is in reverse. So it's like he doesn't have the ability to run anything. He's lacking his power. His power has been somehow taken away, or he has given it away. He has no power. He's ineffective. This emperor is lost. Okay. What's the energy to overcome? So there's an emperor side of us that's lost, or we have an emperor in our lives. This could be a father, a grandfather. For some reason, they're in reverse. They could be out of the picture. Like, it could be someone who's crossed over. They may have died, or you may not be speaking to them. But this is it's typically an older man, like a father or a grandfather. Okay, so the energy to overcome is Judgment and the Hermit. You know, not wanting to talk and searching your soul to try to see, you know, because if you're like me, you're probably searching your soul trying to see your part in this. Like, what did I do wrong? What did I do that I deserve what I'm getting? Alright, and what's going to pull it together? The Chariot came out sideways. And the High Priestess is on the bottom of the deck in reverse. So there's something that you don't see coming. There's something that you don't see coming. I want to jump right in. I want to get right on into the tarot. What tarot should we use for this reading, Spirit? Talk to me, Spirit. I have so many different ones. I want to use something that will show me what I need to know, because I see things in the pictures. Which one do I want to see? Spirit saying just to go with this one. Okay. I'm hearing somebody cannot be trusted. The Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is upright. The Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. Something's in here upside down. Card in the wrong deck. That doesn't happen by accident. Somebody is withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. Remember, you were going to go solo? So you're by yourself. I think you just feel very alone, like the song was saying. You feel alone, like you have nobody. And I don't have anybody. There's nobody I can call to save me from this. Temperance and the Queen of Cups. So there's our Sagittarius with the water sign. Why is the Emperor here? The Empress and the Queen of Cups. So there's two women involved here. The Empress, his identical match. Actually, it's not his identical match. This Empress doesn't belong to him. And there's also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio involved. I'm going to say a Pisces because of the High Priestess. We have Aries, Libra, Virgo, Cancer, and Taurus, and then Pisces. But this could also, that could have been a Pisces. I mean, why did I say Pisces? This is a Pisces, but it could have also been a Cancer. There she is on the bottom of the deck in reverse. All right, why is the Emperor in reverse? Damn. Oh my God. Because somebody was very deceptive and they lost everything. It looks like they could have had a fire or something happened to their house that caused it to be destroyed. Ramshacked it. It was deception. There was some kind of deception involved. This Emperor went through deception that caused them to lose everything. Hard misfortune. Hard times. The deception they've endured has caused them some hard times. There's a beautiful woman involved here. She has brown hair, beautiful skin tone, looks like green eyes for somebody. But on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which means that misfortune is going to lead someone to a new opportunity. All right, why is Judgment here? Whoa. Because of the Nine of Pentacles, the Magician, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Because somebody is realizing that they can stand on their own 2 feet and manifest themselves to become a very abundant female. This can be a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, or a Virgo, which we have here, or Taurus, which we have here. A lot of Earth. This woman is manifesting a lot of things in the Earth world. This is the one who's going through the transformation. Look at the butterflies all around her. See the butterflies? All around her. She's holding that pentacle. I think she's the one that's about to have the luck. And she is realizing this. This is the energy to overcome. It's realizing that this woman she's independent. There's just one concerning thing, is that somebody's disconnected from their goals. So she, I think, is realizing that something caused her to be disconnected from her independence and from her manifesting her dreams. Okay? Why is the Hermit here? Damn, I'm getting a lot of cards. Because she is soul searching to get her confidence back. She lost her courage. She had to compromise with somebody to win. So she had to give in to somebody who was ruthless. She has lasting security. And right now she's very worried about losing it and having to make a choice, maybe to give it up because of whatever's happened to her. Alright, why is the Chariot here? Because there's her, oh my God. Because there's been an injustice, and there's a King of Pentacles who's tired of it. He's over it. And he's going to get up and do something about it. He could have a red sports car. This man either caused her injustice. I think that it was this Emperor that caused her to be in a position that she's in. This is like the boss man. This could have been her boss that deceived her and caused her to lose everything. Somebody was wearing a mask. They were not who they pretended to be. And she's realizing that this caused her to not be able to have her dreams materialize. And she's realizing that she can't be afraid, that she has to compromise, or her legacy is going to have to be sold so she can survive. Like, she might be thinking, I might have to sell my house, I might have to sell everything I own just to survive, just to eat another meal. And there's an injustice that this King of Pentacles, both of them are upright. The Emperor's in reverse. All right, why is the High Priestess in reverse? Because somebody's going to build a foundation. Here's Sagittarius coming in real fast. And there's a tower coming in behind them. And somebody's going to have some real good memories of this. Something is about to happen and you don't see it happening. Somebody is going to come into your life real fast and you don't realize it. And it's going to be somebody that you make some really good memories with and build a foundation with. And it's going to take burden off of you that you've been carrying around for maybe 10 years, 10 months, 10 weeks, maybe only 10 days. You've been carrying this burden around with you for a long time. There's a Gemini here, a Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We have all the signs. Just listen to the story. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen to the beginning. The song was Daylight by Shinedown, and it says, when I don't feel like talking, you always make sure I still see the daylight. And you saved my life not once but twice. This man, it looks like, why is the injustice beside him? He's tired of it, it looks like, because of a lie. Somebody told a lot of lies. You see all the lies coming out, all that energy coming out. When it's upright, it's truth coming out. When it's in reverse, it's nothing but pure lies being told. And why is he tired of it? The Four of Swords in reverse. It's like, because he's benevolent. He's someone who loves to give. Clarify being benevolent. What is he up to? Oh my God. There's a Wheel in reverse, an Empress in reverse, and the Fool in reverse. So somehow this man is connected to this Empress, and he wants to take a risk to start a new beginning with her. But she's in the reverse right now. And there is an Emperor over here, but he doesn't belong to her. He belongs to someone else. What's the deception that happened with the Emperor? Good strong answers, please. That they were in love with somebody new. They fell from grace. And they were either watching you or they were thinking about how somebody that they were in love with, it's like they had a new love that had this misfortune and that was deceived. It's like this Emperor is in love with somebody new and they've had a very bad time. And I think that this person does not match you because they're a soulmate. And that's why you're showing up as the King and Queen of Pentacles. I think these are all the same people. I think Spirit is working on this man. He's in love with this woman. She's not his divine feminine, but she is a divine feminine. So maybe neither one of your twin flames were willing, or maybe you were a husband and wife who lost your husband and wife, and now the universe is putting the two of you together. There could be a baby born here. Why are you going to be alone then as the outcome? Because of the King of Cups in reverse. Why is he in reverse? because he didn't put in. Somebody else is going to be alone here. These two people are going to be together. I think this King of Cups is one of these twin flames who wasn't willing to put in the work. Because when he looks at what he's put in, he never got out what he put in, or he got more out than he put in. I don't know which. And somebody's lost their patience. They have no self-control. There could be an addiction going on here. I'm being told to pull more on this. Show me what happened with this King of Cups. What happened with the King of Cups? He was fantasizing and you got away. He had no control. Or it's like he was fantasizing so you got away. And he had no control over you getting away. What was being hidden? A lot. That there were differences, either racial, religion. You could have been having fights, arguments. I don't know what your differences were. You were just too different to make the relationship work. They would never call you. They had no strategy, but they had a desire to win. They would never text you, even though you were their true love, and they never learned their lesson about any of this either. So somebody was fantasizing that you would get away and have no control. That's how this happened. And then this person allowed it. So what was being shown? That somebody was hard to read, so you shut this down. This person was one of those type people that you never heard from them. You always had to do the reaching out first. You were always trying to get them to be affectionate, but they wouldn't show you any affection back. Even though it was true love, you would not be there. You would not call. And you never had a strategy for how to change this. So you didn't learn your lesson. So what's going to happen next? Somebody's going to feel like they can't move on. There's going to be a lot of drama, and I love you. That's come out before. And there's going to be a competition. This has all come out before. Alright, Spirit. Show me how this happened. Somebody was playing hard. There was marriage involved and money. So they were with somebody for money and playing hard with that person. They may not have been married. They may have just been like common law or together for a really long time, and they were with them for the money. What was being hidden? A past life love. Oh, there's a card on the floor. Somebody can't be trusted. Do you remember me saying I was hearing that at the beginning of the reading? Spirit said there is somebody who can't be trusted. What's being hidden is that you have forgiveness of a past life love. Alright, and what's being shown? That past life love can mean somebody from your past, or you might believe in past lives. That somebody is very patient, but they're unawakened. Alright, so what's going to happen next? What are they unawakened to? That you're on different pages. There's going to be rejection, and this is not true love. So they don't realize that they're not truly in love with you, that y'all are on different. Remember the differences? They're being patient for you because you're not awakened. But there's fixing to be rejection because it's not true love, and they're going to realize this. What's going to happen next? They finding somebody new. They're going to master a spiritual lesson. I just got the words out of my mouth. Did I not? Somebody's going to master a spiritual lesson because somebody is going to find a new love. And there's a second chance for somebody here. Oh, there's a lot of chemistry with this new love, too. Alright, Spirit said that's enough of that. I have a friend who watches, I guess. And then I was seeing visions of a woman that he's going to meet. And he wanted to know when he might meet her. When might he meet her? It's the right time right now. When? It says way off in the future. Not on holiday, but tomorrow. It looks like at one time you met this person before, but it wasn't the right time. And it's been a long time ago. You're not going to meet them during the holidays. You're going to meet them tomorrow. But not at night. So tomorrow during the day, be looking for that smile that I described to you last night. Because you're going to meet this person tomorrow. And you've met them before, but it wasn't the right time. A long time ago is what I'm getting. All right, what is this person we're talking about right here? Whoever we're talking about needs to learn. And then I got to get ready for my interview. But I will be back tonight to do a members only. And if you want to join the channel, you can get in on that. $2.99 or $5.99 a month. Can't get any better than that. Alright, the Spirit Whisperer. As an ally, the Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing just in time the correct next step. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas with continual action. It's a sign of inspired ideas that with continual action lead to success. That's a very good omen. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. She whispers how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet, and however a relationship can be. There were soul bargains made even before you were born here, and an exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to the Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. The Cosmos in reverse, number 41. My mouth is very dry, sorry. Always an ally, never a challenger. The Cosmos appears as always an ally and never a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the Cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating. Remember, you're going to co-create? Co-creating with the divine. The cosmos always represent the principle of energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention we set is in fact contagious with the power of influence to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action toward your goals as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all that you create. Everything you've been through, everything has happened to touch others because God knew you could handle it and needed you to touch others so they would know that they're never alone. Because those times when you felt like you were alone, someone saved your life not once but twice. And when you felt like not talking, they made sure you saw the daylight. In other words, they made sure you didn't take your life. There were times when you felt like killing yourself, like dying from the pain that you've endured. Only you know what you've been through. But some of you have been through hell, literal hell. Alright, Spirit, who are you talking to? May I have a trinket that shows us perfectly who you're talking to? Alright, I have a crystal. Somebody's name could be Crystal, or you might need to do something with crystals. I have a tree of life, a family tree. I have a skeleton on a Harley or chopper. Somebody could have rode a bike that's crossed over. They could have rode a chopper. I also have, it's a kitten. Somebody has a cat, or you may have one that's crossed over. There's a cat somehow. There's a magnet. This is very magnetic. You're very magnetic. There's a 3-leaf clover representing that luck. I don't know why it's not a 4, but it's a 3. There's a leaf for the fall, because you might be getting very lucky, but somebody else might be getting very unlucky. There's also a flip-flop. Somehow flip-flops or cute little shoes are a factor. And there's an EKG, a heart with a monitor. You could be a nurse, or you could be a cardiologist, or you could be going through something with your heart and you need to see a cardiologist. Something like that. You could have something going on with your heart. Alright, may I have trinkets from this bowl, please? Yeah. I have a piece of black tourmaline. I have a music note. I have an Eiffel Tower, a feather, and a cactus or a prick. You could live out west. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Give us some initials, Spirit, so we know who you're talking to. I have the sun, which is in Sagittarius. I have Taurus. I have the number 11. I have C, B as in boy, P as in Paul, H, R, V as in Vicky. I have Virgo, number 2, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, T as in Tom. Wow. Z as in zebra, R as in red, M as in Mary, Y as in yellow. And then I have Sagittarius, or I guess Jupiter. It's Sagittarius, yeah. I have Aquarius. I have North Node, D as in Donnie, K as in Kelly, N as in Nancy, C as in Christie, number 12, E as in Emma, M as in Mary, H as in holiday. I'm going to go one more time. Thank you for sticking it out with me. I love you guys. Make sure you like the video and you join the channel. And subscribe to the channel. But yes, I'm going to do content for members only this weekend. Probably tonight. I have Venus, number 4. P is in Paul. H is in Hector. J is in Joan. I have Cancer. C is in Christie. D is in Denny. All right, that's going to be a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let's find out what your best friend would say and what Instant Magic Oracle would say. Because we have a lot going on here. A lot. Uh-oh. What would your best friend say? Best friend, what would you say about the situation? You can handle it. Remember, I kept saying God let me go through it because God knew I could handle it? You can handle it. Ask why more. When things are happening and you don't understand, ask people, why are you doing this? Why? Why? It's okay to ask why. And you can handle it. I can't make these things up. Alright, Spirit. Instant Magic Oracle. May we have a message from your wisdom for this reading. Ask again. See? Ask why. Ask again. Okay. May we have a message from your wisdom. Practice complete compassion. Remember, we finally have compassion? Practice complete compassion toward everyone for the next 24 hours. Spirit trying to teach us compassion, collective. Alright, I hope you have enjoyed this and that you'll let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing, hyping. I love those hypes. And also join the channel if you want to see the extra content that I'm going to start doing every week. Okay? Thank you for letting me know, Nikki Lynn. Thank you, baby, for being here. Hey, Priya. Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys so much. And thank you for listening. Thank you for being here for me today. Thank you guys for being there for me. I see who stuck it out. I see who stuck it out. I love you. You guys take care. Namaste.